know how to use the simple past with regular verbs. Do any of you remember how do we use it or why do we use it? The simple past?
The present idea, the action.
Yeah, exactly. We're expressing the word.
He's writing in the board.
Yeah, it's written, right? That's actually irregular verb. Yeah, so we use it to express an idea that something, an action, that started and finished in the past. Also, we use it to describe habits which stopped in the past and to list a series of actions that were completed in the past. So we can use it for many different things. Maybe it's a little bit complicated here without examples, but I will present you with an example, okay? For example, we use it for telling stories, which is the same as we already said, but it's easier to understand. For example, I have here a story of something that happened to me, actually. So last night, I didn't sleep well. I woke up late this morning, and because I ran out of time, I only drank a cup of coffee for breakfast. I also took a lot of time to find a taxi because there was a lot of traffic. And when I finally arrived here to Alcolet, I noticed that I lost my cell phone. So apparently I left it in the taxi, and so we called to my phone, and luckily a man found it, and he said that he will return it later. So I will get my phone back.
I hope it's true.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay, but here we have some words bold, like woke up, ran out of time, drank a cup of coffee, took me a lot of time, lost my cell phone, left it in the taxi, found it, and he said. Those words are kind of bold. That's because they're irregular verbs. These words are like, they change when you're talking in past or you're talking in participle form. So that's what we're going to see today, okay? This is a big list of irregular verbs. You can't really see it, but you can see that there's a lot of words, right? So you need to memorize all these words so you can use them. So it's pretty hard, but there's easier ways to memorize it. The way you can do it, that we will present you, is the same that you have over there on your notes. You have homework. So the way we memorize it, the way we learn it, is by using different groups, like checking which words are the same, so it's easier for us. Here in the first group, for example, we have begin is the word, like the normal word in present tense. But here we have the past form and the participle form. So in the first group, the vowel changes from I to A and then to U, depending on if it is present, past, or participle. For example, here we have begin, and then the I changes to A, so it becomes began. And then in the participle form, it becomes begun because the I changes to U. And there's a lot of words over there in your notes that it's the same. So the only thing you need to do is change the vowel, okay? And then you complete all the chart. So it's easy. Yeah, okay. Maybe some of you want to start to do it right now. It's okay. On the second group, we have that the vowel changes in the simple past. Here, for example, we have blow, and just the vowel, which is the O, changes to an E, so it becomes do. And in the past participle, you need to add an N at the end. So you have blow. If you add an N at the end, you have blown. And all in that group, all the words in that group, they're the same. You need to add an N at the end, and that's it. That's how you complete the chart. So they're in groups, and they're all the same. Here we have the second group. where two forms are the same, the simple and the past participle. For example, you have sell, which is like selling stuff, like in the store, but in the past and the past participle, you have the same, it's sold and sold. So you need to memorize it. There's the only way. You need to memorize that sell is sold. But once you know that it's sold, it's the same for both. So it's also easy to remember that way. Another group is also the same. Like the simple past and the past participle end in a T. So you just remember that prep becomes scrapped for both. So scrap and it's all scrap. And that's how you feel that thing.
Do you know what is creep?
Prep?
Creep.
Yeah, it's like when you're like in the floor and you're like moving like that, like you're
Like crawling?
so it's yeah, not like rolling, but it's like when you're like sneaky, like hiding or something. It's great. It's great. And what else? Yeah, this is the same. You need to remember how claim changes and it becomes client. And on the last one, only the on the last group 2D, only the last one changes. I mean only the middle one changes. For example, in become, it only became in the past.
Becomes.
And it's also become in the past participle. So once you finish your chart and you have your tables, you will notice that it's easier to remember because you get used to the words. And also there's another group which is really easy. The last one is always the same. For example, it's bed, bed, and bed. So it's always the same. And those are the easiest to remember. And you don't have to worry like, oh, is that in the correct tense? Because it's always the same. Okay. So up until here, do you have any question about how to fill those charts? No? Okay. So now, to be honest with you, that's kind of like the boring part because you need to memorize it, and that's the only way around it. But now we will see how do you use it. Here, we have the pronouns. You already know this, right? Like I, you, he, she. And we have here some verbs. The verbs are irregular verbs. Do you know, for example, we have bought. Do you know which verb is it?
Yes.
Which one is it?
Bye.
Buy, yeah. And for wrote, do you know which one is it? Right? Yeah. And for saw?
See.
See? Okay, so you know it already, huh? Okay, so as you can see, when you're trying to make a statement, you have a really good teacher, I see, huh? When you're trying to make a statement, an affirmative statement, you just need to change the verb for the past or for the past participle. In this case, you just change the verb, and it doesn't matter if I'm talking about myself, if she did it, if we did it. It's almost the same. The only thing we change is the verb, okay? So that's why you need to memorize it to make those sentences. But when you want to make a negative statement, saying that, for example, she didn't like it, or she didn't do it, like she didn't do his homework or whatever. In these cases, you need to use the base form of the verb, but first you add a did not or didn't. That's why I was asking you if you know the verbs, because yeah, so you use the normal form, right? For example, we can say he did not ride the horses, or well, we didn't see the horses, or whatever. So it's easier. You just need to remember to use did not or didn't is the same, and to use the normal form of the verb. That's for negative statements. Okay. Okay. So this is specifically for this verb, for the verb be. The verb be, we use it a lot, so you need to learn it by heart, because all the time you're saying like I was here or we were there, that kind of, it's a verb that we use a lot. So here, if you're talking with the subject I, like I'm talking about myself, like I was lucky because I got my phone back, for example. But if you're using the pronoun you need to use were. Like you were lucky that you were there, or that you found it, or whatever. And here we have three different groups, two groups with three different pronouns. If you're talking about he, she, or it, you use was. He was lucky, or he was angry, she was angry. And if you're using we, you, or they, you need to use were. It's easier to remember because remember you were and you were. So when we're talking about the plural pronouns like we, you, and they, you use were. So that's the thing. And here's the same. So but on the negative form of be, you need to add an n apostrophe or not. Like I was not, I wasn't, or you were not, you weren't. But it's basically the same. You just change it to the negative form. Okay, so now we have here some exercises. I hope you can see it. Here, okay, so you need to complete each sentence with the simple past form of the verb. For example, on the first one, we got I didn't see Miguel. I
Saw.
saw. Okay. Very good. We can use this one.
If it writes.
Oh.
Maybe not.
The black one has ink.
Shall I use the black one?
Yes, use the black one.
Okay, so it's saw, right?
All right.
Okay, so what do you think right here? I didn't get up at 6.
I got up.
I got like this. Oh. I got this. Okay, for the next one, we didn't eat dinner at home. We. Okay, so you had to, you already knew this topic, huh? Good. We ate dinner at a restaurant, yeah. And for the fourth one? She didn't put the bag in the bedroom? Okay. Is it the same?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Okay. Okay, for the fifth one. One didn't go shopping on Saturday.
He went.
She went? Okay. And shopping. Okay. For the next one, I didn't have eggs for breakfast. I didn't have yeah? Okay. Is it like this? Had? Okay. The seventh one? Said it? How do I write it? Can you spell it for me?
No.
I and D? Like this? Said? Okay, very cool. And the last one? New? Okay. Can you spell it for me? K N E W. Okay, so as you can see, you only changed one letter, right? The vowel. Okay, so you got everything right. I guess you already know you already knew this topic, huh? Okay. So now we have one activity. Yeah, so you can practice using it. because sometimes it's easy to solve the exercises, but you need to really use language. So please write a short paragraph describing your last weekend. Okay? But try to use at least 5 irregular verbs, okay?
15 minutos. Yeah? You want to pause it? Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, take! Thank you guys. Are you ready?
What?
Yeah? So, have you finished? Okay.
I
Who wants to read your story of what you did last weekend?
Fernando.
Anyone?
Fernando wants to read.
Okay. Last weekend, I played football with my kids and 2 other kids. At first, we began losing. We had to run a lot more, and I felt that we were going to lose. But at the end of the game, we won.
Oh, so you won?
Yeah.
That's cool. So,
Me and 2 other kids.
Yeah!
That's like a good song.
So which irregular verbs do you use?
I use began,
Uh-huh.
failed,
Uh-huh.
and I think that those were the only 2.
Okay, that's nice. You were playing with your family then?
My 2 kids and
With your 2 kids? Okay.
2 other kids.
And 2 other kids, okay. But your kids won, huh?
Me and the other kids, my daughter wasn't on the other team. She was
Okay.
the goalkeeper.
You was the goalkeeper, your daughter? Okay.
She's 6 years old.
She's 6 years old? Okay, that's nice that you go to play with your family. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Any other volunteer who wants to share with us your weekend?
A ver.
Bibi.
Bi, bi.
It's okay.
Last weekend I watched TV on Friday night. I watched my favorite series, Friends, because now I can watch it whenever I want on Netflix. After that, we went to the movies. I didn't play any computer games, but I played tennis with Fernando, my husband, on Saturday morning. In the afternoon, I visited Tia Marina because she invited us to her birthday party. On Saturday evening, I emailed my cousin Lourdes. I sent her a few pictures. On Sunday morning, I used the internet because I wanted to do my English homework. Hope see you soon.
Which one did you use? Sent? And what else?
Went,
Went?
irregular or
Irregulars and sent, right? This one and this one.
went
And sent some
Sent.
pictures, I think.
Mhm.
Sent her.
Sent.
Okay. Yeah, they're well written. Thank you very much for you.
Thank you. Thank you, teacher.
Anyone else? Any other volunteer? Who wants to
No.
share with us?
It's the second most important moment in the class.
Well,
Because
last week I went to Plaza Rio and saw a movie. I didn't buy popcorn to eat because I always do it, and I prefer to drink an iced tea. This Saturday I went to supermarket and told my wife that we required a soap to wash the dishes. At the night we went to karaoke and sang some songs. When the happy hours began, we asked for 2 beers. After the dinner of that night, my teacher drank.
Yeah? Okay.
His teacher?
his teacher what?
My teacher.
You will never know.
Teacher or
Claro, yes. Yes, of course.
camisa?
So he had a shirt, yeah. And he drank after the dinner. Do you know why? Yeah, because he ate so much. So that's why.
Okay. Who's next?
Okay. On Friday, I went to Matt's bar and had a few beers after I had another few beers at home. On Saturday, I wanted to go out, but I couldn't get up until 2 p.m. And then when I finally got up, I felt sick because of my allergies, so I had to stay home and I watched a movie on Netflix. On Sunday, I went to my parents' house and we went to Rosarito for lunch. We rode a little train that actually is for kids. When I got home, I watched 2 movies while doing my laundry. I was broke on Saturday, but my plan was to go out and play some pool and karaoke with my friends.
Okay, that's nice. So that was your plan.
Yes, my first.
Which one did you use? Like was, went,
Yes.
and what else?
Got.
And you were broke. Right?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
My baby is waiting for.
Guys, I hope I saw that you already know like how to use the simple past tense with your regular verbs. But I hope this list helps you to memorize them. And as you can see, it's easy. You don't have to use all the time regular verbs or regular verbs. You can mix it up as you did. And as you can see, it's pretty easy, and with time you will get used to it. I don't know if you have any question or something else I can help you with right now about this topic. Is everything clear? Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much for your attention, and have a nice day, guys.